Hey there, Citizen Pala here, and welcome back. It's time for another tour duty, and this time we're taking a look at one of the more interesting ships in the game, especially one of the more interesting early starter ships. Let's go ahead and get out of this. I don't know why I keep doing that. I gotta stop it. There's gotta be a better way to do that intro. Can't really see through that. This is the MISC Reliant Core. This is going to come in 3 different variants. This is the main version. There's also going to be a quote-unquote newscaster van version. Then there's also going to be like a scientific version, I think. Right now, this is the only one in. It's kind of a pseudo entry-level starter ship. It's considered starter slash light freight. It does have 4 SCU of cargo it can haul. I don't know if I would actually call it quite that. It's in a weird price point. It's a little bit more expensive. It's right in there with the Avenger Titan, and at that price point, it's a little strange. What are you doing, Prospector? This is my landing pad. Go away. In terms of armament, what do we have? Let's go ahead and we'll open up the Mobi-Glass here. Take a quick look, see what we can see. Where MISC Reliant Core, there it is. Alright, weaponry. So we have 2 size 1, size 2 autocannons, so that means they're size 2, or you can gimbal them. Right now they look to be just the lock size 2. So you can do 2 gimbaled size 1s. That would really limit you in firepower, but that's not unexpected for an early entry-level ship. The big call to this, or the reason this ship is interesting, is how it flies and how it handles. Let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and get in the back of it here, if I can remember where. Somewhere here. It was lighting up. Open. Open sesame. Come on. There it goes. Just had to get closer, not further away. So you can see it opens up like that, and here we do have the cargo space where you could get 4 SCU, basically 2 on that side, 2 on that side. That's what that little area is for. This is going to be the area where like your radio equipment would be for the newscasting one, or where your scientific equipment would be. Some little panels here. I'm guessing this ship is going to get a somewhat significant rework. I'll explain why in a moment here once we start getting going. So that's the pilot seat. Go ahead and climb in. This does have one of the better field views. Everything about this ship is just kind of interesting to me. Let's go ahead and where's all of our? Oh, they're up there. So we want power on. We want to close the exterior. Let's look around out here and camera it up. Yeah, there it is. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Basically, this thing's a B-Wing. I've been beating around the bush a little bit about it, but once we get going, you'll see real quick here. Hit that. We're still in that. Okay. Here we go. We're going to go up. Woo! And then we're going to retract our landing gear, and that central engine area rotates. So it seems like the main ship's rotating because the camera's tied to the engines, but I think it's actually kind of more the central engine area is rotating. Maybe it's not. I guess apples and oranges. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Which part is it? The bigger part moving around the little part, or the little part rotating around the back of the bigger part? Visually, the way we are, it looks like that. And I guess if you look, the seats do turn. So look at my pilot now. And then we rotate back the pilot. So I guess it's actually the front of the ship is rotating, not the back. Come back in here. Let's lock this in. So the co-pilot would be sitting below us. It's very strange, right? So not like the Cutlass kind of above and behind or anything. He would be directly below us. Below our feet would be where the co-pilot is. Kind of weird. And we hit N, and you'll see it's going to rotate, and there's the co-pilot seat. They rotate 90 degrees. Thanks, phone. Who's sending me all this stuff right now? Something on Steam is on sale. We'll have to take a look. Rotate it again. Yeah. I like interesting and unique, and this definitely is it. And it definitely does scream Star Wars B-Wing to me, which I don't think is an accident. I don't think that's an accident. Go ahead and speed up. 220, pretty darn slow, but starter ship, I guess that's within that range. We'll go ahead and we'll give it a speed boost. There's something about when you leave the armistice zones right now, it's screwing up the afterburners. There we go. So this ship is very janky. This was one they started putting in way back around 2.3, I think. They got it mostly done. They put the initial release into the game, but it never really functioned correctly. And then they put it on hold. As I said, there's at least 2 variants, maybe 3 variants coming of it that are now scheduled for, I believe, 3.5. It might actually be 3.4. The variants are scheduled very soon. And so I think they're going to go through and they're just going to kind of tweak this ship a little bit as they bring up the different variants, which would make sense. I mean, it needs a little bit of TLC. For the most part, I'm intrigued by it. You know, the cargo is a little too limited. Those extra panels that are right behind me, you know, if it maybe had a bed there instead of 4 panels, you know, it had 2 panels and a bed to give this thing a bit of a log out, log in capability, you know, it would probably be a pretty interesting starter ship. Now, it would only be a good, interesting starter ship for someone that's an experienced flight simulator type person, because getting used to the ship being above and below you rather than to your left and right and behind, it makes flying through a lot of weird locations strange. You got to really be aware of where your ship is, and I've crashed this thing more than a few times by heading into like an asteroid field. I feel like I'm clearing something, but I'm not, because too much of my ship's sticking up above me, and I didn't think about that. Where is it? Really? Did I not accept it? Come on. Update. Did I not accept the contract? I accepted. It's in there. Okay. Where's the bounty? Don't do this to me, game. Why you do this? Just make it easy. Am I blind? There's no bounty there. It's not out at Hurston. Not that we'd want to take this thing to Hurston. That would suck. So where's my bounty? Well, hold on a sec. We'll be back in a moment. Alright, it updated finally. He was out at Daymar for some reason. I had Kovalex Shipping Hub. Just took the game a little bit. I wonder if the server's getting a little choppy. Let's go ahead and we'll come back around here. Where is it? I like the field of view. I like the unique design of it. The cockpit's just great overall. Yeah, not so sure about having the co-pilot end up down below you. Maybe the thing just needs to be like kind of puffed up a little bit, make it a little bit thicker, so that it rotates somehow a little differently, that the co-pilot and you still end up like this next to each other, because it's wider, right? So the pilot would get shifted that way and the co-pilot would still be over there. And basically the pilot and co-pilot wouldn't rotate, they'd be tied to the back end. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just talking nonsense now if you haven't noticed. I think I just like it because it kind of reminds me of a B-Wing. But B-Wings had surprisingly good firepower for what they were in the Star Wars universe. This thing certainly doesn't. It certainly doesn't have that. Feels like they could hide some missiles in the upright sections there. You know, your engines are obviously right there. You have some vertical thrusters, but it feels like you can hide some missiles there. Or just load it out with hardpoints. That would be funny. Put like 8 size 1 hardpoints on this thing. Just 4 on each wing. 2 top, 2 bottom. And then on each side of it. That would be a pretty interesting way to do this thing. Make it a little more... Probably wouldn't be super strong. I mean, 8 size 1 still isn't a huge amount of firepower. But it would at least be fun. You could put like 8 miniguns on there and swoop in, just or the repeating, what's the smallest ones? The Badger or Bulldog. I think Bulldogs are the smaller ones. Oh, a Cutlass. This is going to be interesting. Might take a while to burn down a cutlass. We'll see. Woo! Oh, and now we only have one wing. Or one gun. I nicked him. And he took one of my guns off. Where'd my gun go? Did I lose all my guns? No, we still have one gun. Oh. This is not gonna be good. Ooh! Wow, we're losing. Well, this is hey, good job. Good job, little ship. You did it. I mean, they are size 2s, so as long as I can keep it in an area without his shield. We overheated. So now his shield's gonna recharge. Come on! Come on! Let me fire. Kill him. Just destroy the cockpit. Dude, you're dying to me. Mainly because you can't turn and shoot. Well, you can turn, you can't move. Ah! Death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah, I get it. It's overheating. I heard you. We're gonna shoot this side. Can he only turn clockwise? Oh, he's rotating. Ah! Wow! That single blast from that turret took all of our shields down. Yeah, it stopped being fun a while ago. Oh, not a great ship. Not a great ship at all. I would take any of the starters over this, unfortunately. I want it to be good. I want to really like it. But as it is right now, it's just kind of, it's very lackluster. Even for a starter $60 ship, it's very lackluster. Did we really just travel? You took me like 1.5 kilometers. See, that should still be on the sunny side. Can't believe I flew into him and lost a gun. This thing's getting an insurance claim and I'm not paying to repair that. And it's a loaner anyway, it's not like it matters. And I'm not going to be flying it around doing anything else with it. But now what we'll probably do is we'll go down here. I'll try and fly as close to the ground as I can. And then we'll probably die because I'll clip the bottom of the ship against it. Not intentionally. I'll be honest, not intentionally. We'll just see what happens. Those guns leave a lot to be desired. I say that about a lot of the non-combat specific ships. And I guess just if you're going to be more of a utility ship, general purpose, if you're only going to have 2 size 2s, well then you need to haul 8 cargo. Or the default model has to come with something, a bed. You know, the Aurora at least, okay, I expect not having a lot of firepower because you're giving me something else in place of it. You're giving me that bed or long-range jump drive or something, you know. Give me something more. And there's really nothing about this other than it's unique. You know, it's interesting looking. Beyond that, though, it doesn't do anything. So you can carry just as much, if not more, cargo with an Aurora. Well, you can't. You absolutely can carry more if you get the back cargo pod thing. You're a better combat ship in the Mustang, even though Aurora is probably a better... Actually, no, the Aurora is a better combat ship. It has 4 hard points compared to the 2 here. It also has missiles that you can put on it. Yeah, the only thing going for this thing is it's unique looking. Woo, hang on, let's come to a little bit of a stop here. How are they going to make this thing fly in atmosphere? I've asked that in a lot of my videos, like when 3.5 drops and they redo the atmosphere. How's this thing going to fly? This thing going to be really weird. Wow. Coming out of the canyon. That's odd. I'm not letting off the... So I haven't changed speed at all? I'm not touching WASD or shift. This is just the normal speed, so it's kind of... It's almost regulating its own throttle for the turn. It's a little strange. Yep. See, I don't know how low am I? How much of my ship, how high is the ship off the ground? I have no idea. Looks like maybe about 30 feet. That might hit. That might hit. Oh, we're all right. We're all right. Yeah, I'm not actually touching speed changes at all. It just bleeds off that much speed when I change angles. And then it goes right back up. That's a little strange. I mean, we did fly into something, so maybe our VTOLs are messed up or something. That would make sense. All right, now we got a Q&E, back it off. Well, that's the MISC Reliant core. I found it interesting. That seems to be the word of the day for this one. Hopefully when they bring it back, I think it's 3.5. It's supposed to come back out with the reworked 300 series. Well, the variants are. So I'm expecting it'll get a bit of an update for that. Maybe be a little bit different if it doesn't get pushed back. This is not a ship that the community is clamoring for. There's not a whole lot of champions of the Reliant series out there asking for, you know, reworks of their ships or anything. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if this one didn't get bumped in favor of something else. But all right, guys. Until next time, this has been Paller. Thanks for watching.